Let's switch gears and move to the pharma space, which is in news after the speech that we got from the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump last night. He says pharma companies in the U.S. are getting away with murder. Let's get in Ekta to understand what all that means. Now, with Mr. Trump, there's usually a lot of rhetoric, Ekta, but given what he said, given his call for cheaper drugs in the U.S., what's the takeaway for Indian pharma?
Well, while Donald Trump did not say anything substantive, there were no specifics which really came out from what he said. There are some amount of implications or some amount of takeaways which the pharma industry is working with. So first, it would possibly be with the industry possibly bidding for government contracts going forward. Just to give an example, there could be a rejig in terms of the veteran army contracts. Now, here in the veteran army contracts, what basically takes place is that the prices are actually procured from agencies and hence they are not bid for. So what we could see is that maybe there could be bidding norms which could be opened up. Additionally, for example, all of the prices which are procured or all of the drugs which are procured for the veteran army contracts are actually manufactured in the US itself. So maybe in order to lower the prices of generic drugs, any sort of policy could possibly open up veteran army contracts to other companies which do not manufacture in the US only and maybe even outside. Remember, these are all assumptions that the street is working with at this point in time. If in case that happens, then yes, it would be positive for Indian pharma companies. There would be an increase in terms of volumes because the most competitive bid would obviously win, and that would, however, point to the fact that there would still be pricing pressure or a pricing pressure scenario which would still exist in the US. The second point is that there could be direct negotiation with insurance companies such as Medicare in the US markets, and that too, remember, it comprises of around 25% of the generic market or the generic and innovative market, and that too could eventually drag down generic prices, again making Indian companies which manufacture at lower costs competitive when it comes in terms of volumes, but maybe not as competitive when it comes in an overall drug pricing scenario in the US.
Okay, all right, Ekta, thanks for giving us that perspective.